Soul Garden.
Hello, Soul Healers, and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Update from my webcam to yours. I'm Christopher Witecki, your host to the universe, and I'm also the co-host to the first annual Miss Lilith Catwalk Costume Contest going on at soulgarden.me. Now, if you don't know, Lilith is the asteroid in your chart that kind of reveals where you have repressed passion, repressed anger, repressed remorse, a lot of usually feminine associated issues, but not always feminine. So we call it Lilith, and this is allegedly the first wife of Adam before Eve, if you know the mythology of Lilith. But we're going to use this as a therapeutic opportunity to explore our repressed rage. So if you want to participate, you could win a full year of Soulmart videos for free, plus a special gift from the witch doctor, Mimi Clark. She's going to give a special Lilith potion, and you'll be crowned Ms. Lilith of the Year. The slogan is, "May the Beth Lilith win." I came up with that. Now, just so you know, this is not a sexist parade. Men can enter, and I will myself be co-starring with the witch doctor on Halloween night, dressed as a native and probably shirtless. So there is no shame at soulgarden.me. Well, for the soul healers, the Virgos, we are going through a powerful time for everyone on the planet. You are about to graduate a 3-year self-esteem transit that turns into money, abundance, finance, and everything. And you are about to begin a 3-year attitude adjustment. But before we get into the attitude, let's start with the finances, shall we? You've been working for 3 years since the fall of 2009 on upgrading your self-esteem. This came after an ego breakdown that started in late 2006, all right, and went hard in 2007. So it's been hard for 5 or 6 years for the Virgos. There's no question about that. This week, you're going to graduate this entire multi-year transit and hopefully step into a whole new way of living. Really, I do expect things to get a bit simpler for you with Saturn in Scorpio. But before we do that, let's talk about where we are in this particular day. We're going to step into the Master Shui, which is the emotional, passionate way of life, and it's time for you to get passionate about what you're worth. That will be the graduation of the Saturn and Libra transit. We come back from the Sunday Fun Day overlap. The moon is in Capricorn, so your inner child is alive. So I'm predicting a sunny and childlike day on Fun Day Sunday. But you are holding space for what you deserve and what you're worth. It's time to squat on your non-real estate, your spiritual soul capital. Now notice the sun is conjuncting Saturn at 1 degree, which means your mind must be in allegiance with this. Your mind cannot disagree, which is what you'll be working on the next transit. But already it's time to take command of the mind and at least be decisive and clear about what you love and what you love about yourself, which is what you are worth on the planet. We shift to Monday. It is cloudy with a chance of anxiety. That's because this is the final tested degree of the Saturn-Libra transit. This is the final degree for the Pluto and Libra generation. Final test. And something in the world might test your own feelings about what you're worth. That's the Master Shui level. Your goal is to feel what you're worth and move forward with it. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Do not go to jail. Just stay forward toward what you believe you deserve. Now, astrologically, this is the wrap-up of the Pluto Libra generation, those born 73 to 82, which means this is the wrap-up of an entire childhood of karma. So this is tied to all of your childhood karma and all of your issues in life. A very powerful day. On this final day, you just want to stay present and push forward. On Tuesday, it's 0 degree, and you finally graduated, so congratulations, you made it. 0 is a weird degree, though. 0 means 0, the no man's land between two states of awareness. You'll be cloudy and hypersensitive. The moon has now shifted into Aquarius, making you hyper-aware of everything you feel. So emotions make reality. Now, Pluto rules the day, so there's going to be a feeling of death in the air. That feeling of death is meant to kill off the old soul capital, kill off the old self-esteem problems. Say goodbye forever to your money problems and your self-esteem problems. Seriously, say goodbye. And with the death of that old, you have new spiritual real estate to plant the new, which is the new soul capital, the new values. It's also the transition to the new lesson, and so this is really a funky day in that regard. You can see the sun is on 0 degrees and now conjuncting Saturn at 2 degrees, which means it's becoming a passionate issue of thoughts and emotions, and that's where we go next with this. Let me show you. Looking at the conscious map, the sun in Scorpio is the I protect energy. We use Scorpio energy as spirits to draw boundaries within ourselves. These boundaries form the shape of who we are. They also form how much protection we have on ourselves. A lot of times people who get attacked simply have no awareness around locking the door. Now for a Virgo, you are most protective over your thoughts. That is where a Virgo will not let anyone in at all without permission. And that's that boom, that solid wall you get when you try to tell a Virgo what to believe in or what to say. Boom, that's the Scorpio wall going up. It is your protection. And as a Virgo, from your thoughts come your entire life's protection. If you don't protect it in your mind, it won't be protected in your life. That's the way you are. When you are a Virgo, your mind is where you guard your entire life, where you kill things off, and where things are technically born. So this is the mental part of you. So in the first 9 days of this transit, we're going to look directly at your thoughts. Your thoughts have intentions. What is the intention? Does the intention serve the soul? An edit, an audit, a Virgo cleaning of the thoughts, clean the closet out of your thoughts. And this is the next 10 days. But with Saturn in this space, this is you till Valentine's Day. You'll be clearing and cleaning thoughts until Valentine's Day, says Saturn. Then we go into the way you think, the prejudice you go in thinking with, how you compare. Do you compare? Are you a rational thinker? Are you only thinking from one side of the coin? So it's your comparison, your thinking processes, your ability to really be an intellectual or not. And then attitude, your overall assumptions going in, which determines so much of outcome, performance, messenger, etc. Those of you who want to be an author, you'll be working on that. So when we come back and click into gear, on Wednesday, you are starting to feel out your thoughts. That's what this is all about. And the first question for you is, do your thoughts represent your self-love or your self-hatred? Any thought that is expressing self-hatred is a waste of your spiritual life. You may say, well, I got to be objective. There's nothing objective about being hatred. A lot of Virgos hate themselves inside their thoughts. A judge in a court of law would not let you to present evidence that was of hatred unless it was leading to some sort of inner conviction. Now, you may be trying to convict yourself, but at the end of the day, really only loving, positive evidence should be in your intellectual court. So the question on Wednesday is, how loving are your thoughts? And you are hyper alert. The moon is mostly in the hyper stages of your health and body. Your thoughts will create your health on this day, FYI. If you are diseased inside, you are diseased outside. And the sun now is on approach to Saturn. Then on Thursday, it is a sunny and sentimental day. Sorry about that, the carryover there. Sentimental day. The moon rules the day, so your emotions are running away, and it is inspiring thoughts. So emotions inspire thoughts in a big way. Watch how your emotions influence and shape your thoughts. Watch your thoughts, and watch how emotions can shape and judge up or judge down. Remember, your thoughts are where all protection is. Therefore, when emotions corrode thoughts, emotions could corrode protection. That's what we're learning right now on this day. But here's the real big day. Check this out. The sun conjunct Saturn on this day. Now, this is the official beginning of the new lesson, okay? The lesson of how you think. And for you, how you protect is through your thoughts. On this day, this is the only day in the entire year where the sun will conjunct Saturn. The sun is I love, Saturn is I decide. So you are deciding what you love when the sun conjuncts Saturn. What you love is what you give life force to, and that's how the whole universe is designed. So on this day, you are deciding what you love in your mind. And you're deciding the thoughts that you love. And you must be very aware, because this decision of what you love on this day actually says chapter 1 of the intellectual I think transit, which is I protect as well. I think and I protect go one and the same for the Virgos. So watch your thoughts on Thursday. They are going to give you a clue to the rest of the next 3 years. Then comes Friday. Now on Friday it's sunny and soft is how I'm predicting it. The moon is still in Pisces, so emotions around sentiment and relationships. And it's very possible that you're using relationships to look at the way you think, and the way you think about relationships is how you're looking at your thoughts. You can use any part of life to highlight your thinking process, FYI. Be careful not to be distracted by your emotions when it's really about clean thinking. But on Friday, Jupiter rules the day, so you're going to think bigger. You might be introduced to a new idea. Your mind might get blown a little bit. That's the whole point. We want to blow your mind. We want to see where it's been reluctant to expand. That's why we want to blow your mind. So it's definitely a mind-blowing day if you let it happen. The moon is partially in Pisces, which is relationships, but is headed for Uranus, which is trust intimacy issues. And it will cross Uranus in the next 24 hours. That will mean an emotional slip on a banana peel around a trust or intimacy issue. Just an FYI, if you're in the GA network, we will send Witecki to alert you, of course, ahead of time, hours before. Then on Saturday, showers, chance of some panic. Now, this is a multitude of God universe hitting us in a number of ways. The breakdown deals with the topic, which is your mind. So no matter what happens in your life on Saturday, it's really about watching your thoughts and how your mind either stood behind your heart and protected you, or your mind broke you down. That's the real question mark of what happens on Saturday. But the universe is throwing tons of punches in the gut and below the belt punches, I gotta say. One of them is this opposition. So on the day that you're breaking down with mental attitude and thoughts, the universe throws in a peak of an opposition, a stress between your survival and your career. Mars and Sag is pushing for you to plow ahead with home family plans, taking care of yourself plans, maybe moving plans, all these plans to uproot yourself, which is going to happen. And this is suddenly in total conflict with your career, your legacy, your children, something like that. So this opposition causes a major fraction and stress in your life, but really it's a setup by God universe to test your mind and cause a breakdown in your thinking emotional process. Let's not forget, the moon also crosses Uranus, which I just warned you 24 hours ago, which means boom, a third punch from the universe, this one in a trust intimacy issue. So core trust intimacy, core family, core security, core career. But what's it really about? It's about what your mind does with all of this. Then on Fun Day Sunday, not so fun, cloudy and private for the virgins of the zodiac, the moon has now retrograded back in behind your boundaries. No more turbulence, no more sucker punches from God you, but definitely withdrawal from you. Now, Mercury rules the day, which means your mind is working probably the cleanest it has so far in the transit. All right? So you haven't really been in your right mind in this test of your mind. And so you've been tested on your mind really when you weren't in your strongest thinking, just so you know. I want you to have real clarity since you're a Virgo, hyper high definition thinker. So am I, by the way. And this gives me the ability to tell you the subtleties of the transit. But I do want you to know a couple little things. One is Venus is offline. Now, Venus was in Virgo for all this time. So I guess an extra sucker punch to you was that you lost Venus in this 24-hour period, which was in your sign, which was really bringing you a lot of feeding. Venus is moving to Libra, so the good news is that the coming and going energy of Venus is going to move to graduate you on the Libra 2.0 energy of your soul capital, meaning, in plain English, Witecki, it means that you're going to get paid. If you did your work in Libra, you're going to start to attract money. Grass is going to grow. Sprouts will grow up in the soul capital. So although you've gotten sucker punched in 4 directions, you will get paid if you did your soul capital work. If you did your soul capital work or you built your house out of straw, Venus will come and water that lawn too. So this is how God Universe allows the people who choose wrong to run far on that wrong path. Free will, folks. The universe is going to let you fail and let you succeed both. All right, my virgins, that's all I have for the 7-day forecast. Now, Jenny Watson has moved her office hours to Friday, if you don't know. So check it out. You can get her on Friday. My United Delight has moved to Sunday, Fun Day Sundays. So if you want to talk to a Virgo, talk to Jenny. She's online for you. Also, Nikki Bright on Wednesdays, also a fabulous virgin and probably be of service. All right, that's all I have. I'll see you next week. Until then, live, love, be.
Having a hard time with love lasting long enough? How often is your first date your last date? Have you noticed that your relationships last no more than 2 days? They say love never lasts, but in your case, it doesn't even start. Your birthday is a secret soul security number. We know everything about you, how you love, how you lust, and how you like to be lusted by. In one video, you'll understand what you're looking for in love and what you offer. Secrets of Birthdays, now available at secretsofbirthdays.com.